Hey guys,
Hey,
welcome back to another episode of Fact
Fact
or
or
Fiction
Fiction
Friday.
Friday.
We have a good one for you today.
Mm-hmm.
This is episode 37. We are almost done with season 2. So if you hadn't have a chance, go back and watch season 1. So we have a lot of videos out now, so we're binge worthy. So when you're bored, have nothing to do, waiting on that airplane flight or train or bus or whatever you do, you can just put your headphones on or play it out loud and just binge watch our episodes.
Yeah, before when we used to put our episodes out at 7 a.m., I would listen to it on my commute. So I would be, driving and just listen and put it on through my Bluetooth on my car, and I would just drive and listen to it. I know what we look like, so it's not like I really, So if you guys know what we look like and you think that you could do that, go ahead and just be safe.
Yep. All right, let's get started. This is a story of a little boy who was born into circus life, orphaned, and often made fun of for being different. He has a lot to overcome, but when he does, he finds that the thing that made him different will make him successful.
Hmm. All right, so this story takes place in 1919. It's a long time ago. The boy, we'll call him Donald.
Donald, that's a good name.
He was born to his single mother, who was employed with the traveling circus. He quickly had to adapt to life under the big tent because the circus was running low on money and he had to help out. He was born with a birth defect, so for the most part, he stayed behind the scenes until one day he was spotted by circus onlookers who immediately began to make fun of him and throw things at him.
Oh. This not only angered the young Donald's mom, but it caused her to lash out and cause damage to the tent, ultimately causing her to be sent away and locked up and leaving her boy an orphan. He grew up in the circus, so they decided to raise him and eventually added him to the circus act. He was very nervous to perform for a crowd, and not only that, his birth defect was full display because it allowed him to do things that no one else could do.
The first time Donald performed, it did not go very well. He was very nervous to perform his circus act, but he does it, and the crowds love it. Word gets out that he's very talented, and back then circuses were very popular. They were a big form of entertainment, and his show began to be a success, traveling from town to town, drawing big crowds, and making lots of money. And eventually, his circus collaborated with another popular circus act.
He then was told that he needed to perform with a female trapeze artist for the new show. In this show, he was very high up and that they practiced, but on the day of the main performance, he realized that they don't have a safety net. And again, he was afraid. Man,
I would be too. I don't like heights.
I need a harness. I need all that good stuff.
Yeah. Yikes.
Mm-hmm. He thinks that he will drop her. He is still trying to decide what to do when he hears a familiar sound in the distance. His mom is somewhere outside, and he flees the big top to search for her. The circus owner is very upset, and he knows that the boy's mom is now working at another circus against her will, and he plans to have her harmed. Donald finds his mom, and she is locked up, and now fully realizing what has happened, they plan to leave the circus life behind for good and together. They see that these people do not have their safety or their best interests in mind. It was all about the money.
Mm-hmm. Other circus performers learned what happened, and they decided to band together to help Donald's mom escape and to help the two get away without being harmed. They execute this plan and they get Donald and his mom aboard a ship headed back to India, where his mom is from. After this, the circus goes on without a star, but it continues to be successful nonetheless.
All right, guys. So, what do you think of this story? Is it fact or fiction? So, we told you a story today about a young boy whose birth defect led him to success in the circus, and that he was born in. He locates his mother, who was separated from him, and he realizes his mom never joined the circus by choice, but she was forced. They escaped and returned to their home country. So, what do you think about this story? Comment below.
Comment below. And if you don't want to say what you think, just put up those magnifying glasses
right.
to say, hey, I heard some clues. I have an idea. And I wanted to just let you know that I'm here. Put up some magnifying glasses.
That's right.
And if you know exactly what this is, drop it down in the comments. So be like, I knew it. Knew it. All right. This story is fiction. This is the story of the live action movie Dumbo. You see him? Mm-hmm. He's so cute.
Me? What?
Dumbo. You gonna put Dumbo right here?
Oh, they talk about me.
Oh yeah, you're cute too.
They talk about me being Dumbo.
All right, so this was the live action version of Dumbo. Dumbo is a Tim Burton film that was released in 2019, starring Colin Farrell, Michael Keaton, Danny DeVito, among others. It is a remake of a Disney movie by the same name, which I didn't realize was released in 1941. I did not realize that movie was so old. The cartoon version. This story was originally a book that was written by Helen Aberson and Harold Pearl. For this story, we changed his name to Donald, but it's, of course, Dumbo. And he was an elephant. The birth defect we spoke about was his big floppy ears. Big huge ears. That, of course, his circus act is that he used those big ears to fly. This movie had a budget of $170 million, and it grossed $353 million worldwide. All right, so we saw this movie with our girls, and I loved it personally. I think Brandon fell asleep. Did you fall asleep?
Don't tell my business like that.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
It was so good. Mm-hmm. Did you like it?
Yeah, I remember him, flying and getting his mom and all that good stuff.
Yeah, they would show a feather, and then he would fly. The movie's really good. And when I first heard they were making this live action, I'm like, how in the world are they going to do that? But it was very cool. So if you haven't seen it, recommend it. I'm pretty sure most of you are probably familiar with the original Disney version. But the movie was a little different and really good. All right. So we thank you guys for tuning in today.
That's right. Yep. It's a sad week. Chiefs lost. Like I said last video, we're not going to Super Bowl this year. But there's always next year. We're going to come back.
I'm excited about the halftime performance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Some of my favorites. All right, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Fact or Fiction Friday.
Yep, and stay tuned and watch some of our other videos. We have new ideas that we're trying to formulate and put together, and hopefully coming sooner than later. Yep. So, share, subscribe, and tell everybody about the BS station because we out here. And until next time, bye.
Bye.